How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to tell you about the Kayak kayak cooler. It's a waterproof cooler that fits on the back seat of your kayak. It comes with 2 rod holders, a waterproof bag for your wallet or cell phone or whatever other things you have with you that you don't get wet, and also a little extra storage bag up front. Waterproof, looks like it's good quality. Let's get into it and find out. Alright, so when you get your Kayak kayak cooler out, it looks like a good cooler. It's got plenty of space, could fit quite a few sandwiches, a couple drinks, you know, whatever else you need. It's got this water bottle holder on the side, little zippered pouch here on the side. Not very big, so you could stick a wallet in there or something. Then it's got this main zippered pouch. Opens and closes really easily. I know sometimes with the lip right there to kind of help the waterproofness of it, it can kind of bind up a little bit, but it really opens up nicely, easily. A lot of space in there. They give you a bunch of these little bungee things to secure things with, and I got everything secured and I had 2 left over, so that's pretty cool. So how you get the rod holders on is they come with these little clips. You just open them up, slide those clips down through the straps that are already sewn on there, click them in place, then it's on there. It's even got a little thing right here that you can attach one of these extra bungees to if you need to secure anything to it. Maybe if you want to secure your rod to it, you could loop it around the rod handle if you're going through some rapids, something like that. You know, I mean, that's one thing I like about this is the customization that you can create yourself. Then you grab your 2 straps that you use to secure it to the back of the seat. Put those on. I tightened them up a little bit when I first put it on, just so that there's not a whole lot of excess to get hung up on stuff before I took it to my kayak and put it on it. It also comes with this really nice cell phone case. You can put anything in here that you would need to. It says that it's touchscreen friendly, and I haven't tested it out yet, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, looks like it is touchscreen friendly. Sweet. And you can put it in there, you can put it on the other side, you can let it hang down, you can put it in the extra storage bag that we'll put up front. Just take it, loop it through any of the various hard points that you have on the bag. As far as the extra storage goes, this was a little bit more tricky, but with just a little tinkering, I figured out a good way to do it, and this is how I did it. So you take the bungees, take it up through the small little loop they have there. Then what I did was I brought it up and around these sewn on hard points for the rod holders. Then you just take the ball, take it through the loop. And what I did was I went and I looped it back through itself again, just to get it a little bit more snug, just in case it were to snag on something, that it'd be that much harder to come off. Do it for all 4 of those and it'll be all set. All right, we've got it all put together. Let's get it out in the water and put it to the test. All right, here we go on the water test of the Kayak cooler. So far, I really like the construction. It's got a lot of storage space in there. And today, to test out the cold keeping capabilities, I've got 2 cold packs, and I've got a fridge cold Gatorade. So we'll see how cool it still is at the end of the day. Of course, if you fill it up more, especially with cold stuff, it'll keep the coldness in there better. I don't think it'll get too wet because it'll be riding on the back of my seat, but at the end of the day we might test the waterproofness of it. To strap it on, just undo the bottom one, take that one through the bottom of my seat under the little straps I have on that, top one over the top of my seat, buckle the bottom in, cinch it up anymore if I need to. Let's get on the water. There's a smallie. There we go. Whoa, nice one. Well, the better yak stayed on, so that's something. All right, halfway there, and looks like a Gatorade is still cold. We'll see about the end. All right, we're about to the boat ramp. The Better Yak cooler is still here. The cool packs are liquid, but they are cool, and the Gatorade is still cool. So I think this Better Yak cooler did quite well. I even flipped my kayak all the way upside down on a rock earlier, and the Better Yak cooler stayed on my chair no problem, which I think is pretty darn impressive. I used the rod holders throughout the day. They did a great job. They're plenty big for even a big spinning rod, like probably even big enough for a surf rod. So let's go ahead and test the waterproofness of it. We'll just let it sit in the water a bit. All right, the cooler's been in the water for a little bit. Let's see how it did. No water inside. I really like this thing, and I think this is going to become one of the new additions to my kayak from now on. Very useful, very portable, stays out of the way, and it'll stay on even if you flip your kayak upside down. Check out the link in the description if you want one. I highly recommend it. Okay, back from the water, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed. This thing did remarkable. As you saw, I even flipped my kayak upside down completely, not intentionally. This really impressed me. It stayed on the back of my kayak seat. It had very little water inside, even though it was completely upside down on the zipper side. And you saw when I was paddling back to the landing, I set it in the water and it did not get a drop of water inside it. So it is waterproof, except for this very top zipper part, which it's going to be impossible to get that waterproof. But I am impressed with how little water it let in, given that it was completely upside down, completely submersed in water, in strong current, unintentionally. Again, I think that these rod holders are big enough for even some surf rods. I mean, really thick. You could probably even put a umbrella in one and your rod in the other. It had great insulation. The Gatorade that I had in there was still cold at the end of the day, and the cold packs were still cool. And something I thought about was, if you're not gonna fill it all the way up with food, you can also use it as additional tackle storage. I could probably get 6 of these guys in there, probably 3 of my larger tackle bins in there, where you could put, you know, a few of those, some food, some drinks. And then with all that space used up in there, the cold packs or the frozen water bottles or whatever you're putting in there to keep everything cool will be that much more efficient, because not having to cool down all this dead air in there is having to cool down a much smaller volume of air, and will be much more efficient to keep your drinks or your food or whatever colder for longer. And when I flipped my kayak, I didn't have my cell phone in the cell phone case, but it was floating in the water right beside it, and it did not get a drop of water in it. So that's also a testament to the waterproof case. And another thing that I thought of while I was using this is, I'm not just going to use this when I'm on my kayak. I'm going to use it when I'm on my boat or on someone else's boat, because it's an easy way to bring snacks, drinks, rods, and some tackle, and this will fit around the back of a bass boat seat. What I would do, however, is I would unsnap it, run it through an open portion on the bottom of the seat, and then snap it back, just so you give it some security. And as a benefit, if you take it on a bass boat, then that's the space that the cooler isn't going to be taking in the floor, under the driver's console, at anyone's feet, that your dog can trip on, that someone else can trip on, injure yourself, get a hook stuck in you. You know how it is. You can take it out, put it on the back of a seat, in a kayak, in a canoe, you know, wherever you're going, not just fishing. If you want to get one for yourself, click the link below and it'll take you right to the store page. I'm really glad I got one. It's definitely a welcome addition to all my outdoor equipment. This would also make a great gift for anyone in your life who is a outdoor enthusiast, fisherman, kayaker, paddleboarder, anything in the outdoors. If it has a seat, this can go on the back of it. If you got something out of this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, share it with anyone you think this information might be useful to. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, tight lines. We'll catch you later.